Hey guys, once again I am here watching a movie. Today is a $5 day at my local Cinemark, so I'm going to go see a movie. The only movie that even piques my interest right now that is showing at the theaters is The Invisible Man. I'm not expecting much from this movie. We all know that it stars from the woman from the Handmaid's Tale. Something like that, right over there, on HBO, Hulu, and let's put it this way: I haven't seen a really good Invisible Man movie. I don't think one exists. It just looks kind of cheap. It looks like it's going to be like one of those women's getting stalked by an unseen force kind of thing, and whatever. It just doesn't look like it's going to be engaging. But hey, I'm going to give it a try, and like I said, it's $5 day at the movie theater, and so why not? I'm not doing anything, so. In just a few seconds, I'm going to be right back to let you know what I think about The Invisible Man. All right, see you later. Bye. And it wasn't really all that great. There's a lot to unpack here. So let's just start from the beginning. I want to go ahead and start by talking about the book. I read the book when I was probably in my 20s, quite a while ago. That's a spoiler alert. Basically, this book that was written by H.G. Wells at the turn of the century was about this arrogant doctor who discovered a way to turn himself invisible. In the very beginning, he was just that. He was exactly that. He was an arrogant doctor who liked to get his own way. But by the end of the book, we got to see a progression of character where he started off with petty crimes and worked his way up, all the way up to sexual assault and murder and stuff like that. So it was really interesting to see that character study. What would happen to a person of that type if you gave him free reign to do whatever he wanted. I found that really interesting. And even, you guys remember a movie called Hollow Man? It was basically the same thing, just updated. It was Kevin Bacon playing this arrogant doctor again, more a scientist who discovers a way through radioactive isotopes, I believe, to render a body invisible. And he started off with petty crimes and worked his way to sexual assault and murder. And I really enjoyed that film. I know there was a lot of people that didn't like it and thought it was kind of cheap. And yeah, it was kind of cheap in some parts, but I still liked it. It still gave me a lot to take away from that movie. I liked the special effects on it. I also liked the character progression that we showed. We were shown with Kevin Bacon's character. I enjoyed that. In this movie, we had none of that interesting, intelligent charm that went into that book in that movie. Basically, we started off with the girl. I'm sorry, I don't know her name. She's in The Handmaid's Tale, right over there. She, in the very opening scenes, we see her escape from an abusive relationship with the scientist, and then we later learn, and predictably so, that he's invented this invisible suit that he can wear. The whole first half of that movie was just a really slow slog, man. It was. I know they were trying to build suspense, but I don't think anybody in that theater actually bought it. And it wasn't until an hour into the movie that I actually got to see her do something other than very manic damsel in distress. And granted, I thought she did a great job with what she was given. I liked her in that role, but that's as far as I go. I didn't like that character. In fact, I'll say this: there's a lot of characters in this movie that I did like. I liked her sister. I liked her sister's friend that she moved in with to get away from this abusive relationship. But I didn't care for any of them. So when they met an unseemly demise, and most of them did, I didn't care. I didn't care about the consequences of this movie. I just didn't care. I wasn't involved in it. They didn't give me reasons to get involved in these characters. The only good part of this movie was the suit. I thought the invisible suit, you got to see it in some very small segments of this movie. I thought that was really cool. And I really liked the idea of like this guy walking around with suits covered with lenses that projected whatever was behind him. And I thought that was really neat. And some of the sequences involving that suit were cool. But at the same time, this whole movie kind of didn't work. I didn't like her character in this movie. I didn't like how she didn't take charge of her situation until the very end. And even then, I didn't agree with her choices. The visuals were okay. The direction was okay. Where the movie really breaks down is the plot. The plot just kind of treats us like a dumb guy, and we don't see any character growth in any of the characters. And not only that, but we are never given the reason to care about any of these characters. So by the end of the movie, it was pretty much a wash. It was just like, who cares? Who cares about what happened between the beginning and the end of the movie? I'm going to go and walk away with this movie, giving it a good 15%. It was just not worth the watch. If you're paying for a service already and it comes on that service, go ahead and give it a try. But man, it was a pretty big stinker, guys. I would not watch this movie. All right, so that's it. That's my idea. That's my review of this movie. Just on a side note, we are currently in the very beginning of March, which means about a month and a half, we will start the new season of Scott at the Drive-In. I'm excited to go back. I'm excited to hang out in my usual summer hangout. So I hope to talk to you guys. I'll probably do some movies before that, but heck, our summer movie season's right around the corner, so I'm really excited about that. All right. So anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here and just call it a night. So anyways, hey, peace, Montanay. I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.